Well, hello everyone and welcome to Between Plays. Alright, now we're going to have to get to this really quick. I don't have time to do a full video on this. Talon Metals just signed an agreement with Tesla. I'm going to ask you all to subscribe that are watching this video. It's very important to content creators. Right here on the side, you're going to see where the microphone is. You're going to have a little icon over there. Click on that. Just subscribe there. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, do it. Back to the video. I can't believe it's so exciting. Elon Musk, Tesla, signing with Talon. Just crazy. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Please hang up and try again.
That's right. For 73,000 metric tons of nickel. This is what we've been looking for since 2020. We've been holding on, trying to figure it out. Who is it going to be? CNC, Canadian Nickel Companies. Who is it going to be? Here it is. Talon. They are a green and big mean machine. That's who they are. Absolutely crazy stuff. Just signed. What is it today? Today we're 11th? The 11th. Signed the 11th at the news release was like 12:46 or something like that. Shout out to Pete G. That's what this is about. Working as a community here in Between Plays. That's what it's about. Shout out to Pete G. I didn't find this stock. No. He was looking at Edison Lithium and he put up a comment. And he's like, hey, listen, did you hear about this? This just happened. Look, I was in Talon Metals in 2020 because we were looking for nickel and I had found that, whatever and everything. But then I got out because I was like, oh, I don't know who it's going to be. Is it a Canadian nickel company? Oh, my God. There's so many plays to play, and everything. And then, of course, my nephew passes in February. And I'm just like, I'm trying to figure things out. And I'm just riding a wave and I'm just trying to keep Between Plays going. I'm working behind the scenes and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, PG puts that up in the comments for our Between Plays subscribers here, for all of us. So shout out to PG. Excellent work. The stock had hit highs of 90 in the past, went back down. The stock went from 50 cents once everything was signed. The people, I guess, that, whatever knew, they went inside. They must have made a ton of cash. It went up to 80 something cents. And then it came back down to 70 cents, but from a low of 50. Which means that this is a cheap buy. This is a cheap buy. It seems to me that we're in before everyone else. I mean, look at 2021. They even had the wrong company. It shot through the roof. I mean, we got our .to over here in Talon, but I mean, I think that over the next few days, this can really, really shoot up if it just follows, historical trend or whatever Tesla's name is attached to. You're going to see it expand and fly. So, let's just get on to the size of the expansion. But this is really exciting stuff. Whew. Yeah, definitely a big thing here. Okay, let's get on to the size of Tamarack. The Tamarack project under Talon Metals, right now they own 51%. And they can go and pick up another 9% to own 60%. And they're joint ventures with Rio Tinto and have deals with United Steelworkers. And signed agreement now with Tesla. That's all I got to say for this right now. Let's get to what we need to look at. So here we have Talon Metals. Of course, we can look at the video here, but I don't want to make it too long. What we're doing is we're going to try to shoot through this one as quickly as possible. And then what we'll do is we'll make a really big video on this. And hopefully I can get to speak to the CEO one day. So here we go. We have World of Nickel. Annual nickel production over here. We can see annual production in 2019 approximately 8%. So 2019, approximately 8% of 2.4 million tons of global nickel production was directed to the lithium-ion battery supply chain. Of the 2.4 million tons of nickel, only approximately 1 million tons, 42%, is suitable for the battery supply chain. So we can see here what the nickel is used for, but I want to get into something that's more important than that because I already went through this stuff. Nickel demand for lithium-ion battery supply chain is expected to grow 1.26 million tons in total by 2029. This is 6.4 times what was used in 2019. This means that the total 2019 nickel production suitable for the battery supply chain has to double. That's incredible, and these guys signed with Tesla. So number of new mines that would be needed. So if we look at this over here, we have high-grade nickel discoveries can produce nickel at low cost with small footprint, have all but dried up. So globally, the Tamarack project is one of only 3 21st century high-grade nickel sulfides discoveries with resources on infrastructure. At the same time, high-grade underground nickel mines are being depleted. Future nickel expansion is therefore expected to come from laterites in Indonesia and the Philippines. One of the most successful laterite projects required $2.1 billion in capex, so your cost to start up the project, and took 5 years from construction to reach a maximum capacity of 35,400 tons of nickel per annum. This implies that 36 new mega projects has to be completed and reach capacity, an estimated $75 billion of new invested by 2029. Some more stuff here I find interesting. Types of nickel ore. So before the year 2000, you had the high-grade underground nickel sulfide deposits. So before 2000, nickel was predominantly produced from high-grade underground nickel sulfide deposits. High-grade equals more metal per ton of rock, which results in higher profits. Simple metallurgy. Extracting the metal from the rock is typically simple and requires lower capital and operational costs. So from the year 2000 to today, enter the laterites. Economic growth in China drives stainless steel demand and therefore nickel production. New high-grade sulfide discoveries is all but dry up. Enter the laterite project at high capex. 70% of global nickel production is therefore produced from laterites. The future, more laterite mines. Analysts predict suitable global nickel production for batteries has to increase from 0.196 million tons in 2019 to 2.4 million tons in 2029. Major expansion of Indonesian laterite projects, which are seeking to dump tailings in the ocean, is underway. We all heard about this, the Indian Ocean, what's going on over there. Large, low-grade disseminated sulfide projects are being promoted for potential production, but these are only conceptual at this stage. Production from a new small footprint, high-grade underground operations like Tamarack will produce nickel responsibly for battery manufacturers. The type of projects has been and remain the lowest cost production option. So low-cost nickel. Here we have the low-cost nickel for laterites, and we're just getting into some. But what I liked is this is what I wanted to get to over here. 21st century high-grade nickel discoveries. You have the Eagle Mine, Michigan, the Nova Bollinger, Western Australia. This is Rio Tinto that commenced this exploration in the late 1990s. Discovered high-grade nickel. Rio Tinto sold to Eagle project to London Mining. The mine has been highly profitable under a period of low nickel prices. Expected to be mined out by 2025. Very important. Probably one of the reasons why we didn't go there, right? Expected to be mined out by 2027. So Rio Tinto, this was resources discovery by Sirius in 2013. So Rio Tinto made the first discovery in 2008. Exploration continued after the sale of the Eagle project to London Mining. Rio Tinto appointed Talon Metals as the operator in October 2019 as part of an innovative joint venture structure to continue exploration along the 18-kilometer Tamarack intrusive complex before moving the project to feasibility study. Talon Metals conducted its first exploration program in 2020, intercepted 38 meters of high-grade massive sulfide mineralization with a weighted average grade of 7.80%. Now, present resource size. So basically, this is just talking about, it's an N43101, and here's with the steel workers, and they go from 51 and add an extra 9 to go to 60% over here. So their feasibility study, if we go back to that, they're doing a feasibility study. So these guys are going to be mined out soon, and these guys are basically coming in and how many do we have here for world 21st century high-grade nickels? Pretty much at one point we're going to have one. So let's go into present resource size. This is the Talnak in Russia. So discovered over a century ago, has several mines along the strike. This is one of the most prolific nickel producers in the world. Okay, global nickel resource. This is not exactly where I want to go. I want to go here. So this is the current exploration resource expansion. And what we have over here is the zones that they're currently in, and then the zones that they have that still go, that they know that there is some, because they had some strike here. So like if you go into the 164 area right over here, you see this massive sulfide unit. I'm going to just move this over here. So a massive sulfide unit, and then you could see that in this area we have other striking zones. If we go, this is on the 21st of October of 2020. Let's take a look at this.
All right, Etienne, really quick, I want to ask you about, is there any other high priority targets for Talon Metals in the near future?
Yes. So we have this zone, we press release earlier in the summer. We had a very successful surface EM program that we were able to calibrate ourselves on the current resource area. And what we see in that 164 zone surface EM, surface electromagnetic survey, for those who want more detail, is a string of conductors stretching from the Tamarack resource area for 1 kilometer to an historical hole that was drilled in 2012, hole 164, that had 2.9 meters of 3.7% nickel and almost 2% copper. And now with this tool, having a long string of conductors like this, it becomes a very high priority target. It has the same geology as the Tamarack resource area, and we see the same particularities of in terms of geochemical element sweep. So this is our next.
All right, so this is their next target. Okay, the reason why I'm stopping is because I want to get into. We all know who Tesla is. We don't need to basically sugarcoat that. Tesla is Tesla. And what I'm bringing you today is some really important news about them signing the deal. So let's just go and check this out. Once again, shout out to Pete G. And this is what it's all about, being part of the Betweenplays community here on Facebook, Twitter, in the Telegram. We all work together. On Telegram, we got a lot of great people helping, always doing some research. And let's just grow this. Like I said, it's always going to be free all across the board. So let's just grow this. Safe place for retail investors. Since August of 2020, the original safe place for retail investors. All right. So Tesla and Talon Metals enter into supply agreement for nickel. Let's just take a good look at this. Talon Metals Corp, through its U.S. subsidiary Talon Nickel. All right. Company has entered an agreement with Tesla Inc. for the supply and purchase of nickel concentrate to be produced from the Tamarack Nickel Project in Aitkin County, Minnesota. The execution of the agreement follows an extensive and detailed due diligence period performed by Tesla and lengthy negotiations between the parties. This agreement is the start of an innovative partnership between Tesla and Talon for the responsible production of battery materials directly from the mine of the battery cathode. Talon is committed to meeting the highest standards of responsible production that is fully traceable and has the lowest embedded CO2 footprint in the industry. Talon is excited to support Tesla's mission to accelerate the transition to renewable energy. Said Henry Van Rooyen, CEO of Talon, the Talon team has taken an initiative approach to the discovery, development, and production of the battery materials, including to permanently store carbon as part of mine operations and the investigation of the novel extraction of battery materials. Responsible sourcing of battery materials has long been a focus for Tesla, and this project has the promise to accelerate the production of sustainable energy products in North America, said Drew Balino, CSVP of Powertrain and Energy Engineering at Tesla. Agreement highlights Under the terms set out in the agreement, Tesla has committed to purchase 75,000 metric tons, 165 million pounds of nickel in concentrate, representing a portion of the metals projected to be produced from the Tamarack nickel project. Tesla also has a preferential right under the agreement to negotiate the purchase of additional nickel concentrate over and above the initial 75,000 metric ton commitment. The term of the agreement is 6 years, or imagine that. So as all the other ones are falling out, we saw that. I showed it to you. The other ones will, the term of the agreement is 6 years, or until a total of 75,000 metric tons. But then what we're going to do, right? Tamarack is green. They're green. Safe environment. The whole 9 yards. They got a ton of nickel under there. They're expanding. Where else are they going to go to get this kind in this continent, right? On this continent. This is what it is that Tesla was looking for the longest time, and they found it over here. So until 75,000 metric tons, 165 million pounds of nickel and concentrate has been produced and delivered to Tesla. The agreement is conditional upon Talon earning a 60% interest in the Tamarack nickel project, which we know that they are supposed to procure that until 2026. Right now they have 51%, and they have the right to take the other 6% back from Rio Tinto, and there's no buyback at all. We'll look into that just a little bit later here. Talon commencing commercial production at the Tamarack nickel project. And 3, the parties completing negotiations and executing detailed supply terms and conditions. Talon will use commercially reasonable efforts to achieve commercial production on or before January 1st of 2026. So as the other ones are going out, these ones are coming in, and out of, there was 3 that was the high quality, right? This looks like it's going to make a lot of money in the future. With Tesla here, and what it just looks like to me is, this is what this looks like to me with Tesla on board at the Tamarack nickel project, which may be extended by the agreement of the parties for up to 12 months, following which Tesla has a right to terminate the agreement and Talon may elect to sell to other parties. Talon and Tesla will work together to optimize nickel concentrate grades and metal recoveries. The purchase price to be paid by Tesla for the nickel and concentrate will be linked to the London Metals Exchange official cash settlement price for nickel. The parties have also agreed to share in any additional economics derived from byproducts extracted from the nickel concentrate, such as iron and cobalt. Qualified persons about Talon. Talon is a Toronto Stock Exchange listed, so it's .to, by the way, listed base metal, so expect some big money to come in here. This is how I'm seeing it, of course. In a joint venture with Rio Tinto on the highest high-grade Tamarack nickel-copper-cobalt project located in central Minnesota. Talon currently owns 51% interest in the Tamarack nickel project and has a right to increase its interest by 9% to 60%. The Tamarack nickel project comprises a large land position, 18 kilometers of strike length, with numerous high-grade intercepts outside the current resource area. Talon is focused on expanding its current high-grade nickel mineralization resource prepared in accordance with N143-101, which is for lithium-ion batteries, identifying additional high-grade nickel mineralization and developing a responsible processing capability in the United States. In July of 2021, Talon entered into an memorandum of understanding with the United Steelworkers, whereby the parties outlined a number of ways that they will work with and support one another. Talon has a well-qualified exploration and mine management team with extensive experience in project management. Now let's just go and take a look at Talon here, green nickel. So basically what they have here, which is really going for them, is high grade equals small footprint, nickel from mine to battery in the USA, no tailings dam, green energy for an electric mine fleet, carbon capture and storage, community development supporting sustainable growth before, during, and post mine closure. If we keep on just taking a look at a little bit more, we have community. So they do things, they're very well in touch with the community. We can see that, which is something that's always really, really good. And of course, for those that want, there is an internship program over there. What else do we got over here? So this is the joint venture with Rio Tinto. So Rio Tinto deal structure. Tamarack project is comprised of Tamarack North project and Tamarack South project with approximately 31,000 acres of private land and state leases. Talon has the 51% as we stated. $6 million in cash and US $1.5 million in shares. Rio Tinto completed in March 2019, spending US $10 million on exploration and development and issuing an additional $5 million in Talon shares to Rio Tinto to earn an additional 9% interest for a total of 60% by March 2026. Talon must complete a feasibility study and pay US $10 million to Rio Tinto. Under the option agreement, Talon is appointed as the operator of Tamarack project with control over future exploration strategy. After Talon owns 60%, Rio Tinto must fund their 40% interest or dilute. Rio Tinto has no buy-in rights. Talon controls 100% of the offtake to whom the product is sold. All right, everybody. We have Arena Minerals, which is a great project to invest in because we have Lithium Americas there. They're in a basin which is basically touching Millennial, and Millennials own my LAC, which means that an LAC is also involved in Arena Minerals. 17%, I believe, at this point, and Ganfin's 19%, just rounding it out. So this is really important. Also, they can have 30% more, right, of production of their lithium brine capacity to create lithium because of the fact Morales is there, and it's a technology that exists. It's not DLE, it's just a technology that they've been using a long time, and it's a proven method to increase production size of over 30%. So this is amazing. I believe that Arena Minerals will have a great chance to just succeed. Now, the Edison Lithium, for me, is huge as well because you have the Don brothers there. Well, I say the Don brothers, okay? It's just because it's Roger Don. We must get that stated. It's just that the opportunities is insane. The two people over 40 years each in the lithium industry. His brothers, Jeffrey Don, you know, he was a secret weapon in 2016 for Elon Musk. He's still a senior advisor there. The team is still going to be working to aid Tesla in their ventures, but he's going off to Novanix at the same time, Jeffrey Don. And Novanix is a battery maker, the lithium, and then you have Roger Don that's in Manganese X Corp, which is also really important to understand because of the layering technology where we have eliminated cobalt. Cattle's eliminated cobalt. Tesla plans here in North America to eliminate that as well. One pot processes is eliminating cobalt, and they're utilizing more nickel or more manganese depending on who and what you need to do the research on that, and you will see that different one pot processes are doing different things with that. But pretty much nickel highly important, manganese highly important, and lithium highly important. So what's going to happen? In my mind, if my sister is extracting lithium and I have a battery company, so I'm going to go and see someone else and be like, hey, listen, you know what? I'm going to see my sister. I don't care what the Don brothers do, don't do, whatever. But that's what I'm doing, man. I'm going to my family. If my son and daughter don't help each other out and I'm still alive, woo, that's gonna stink real bad. So, you know, that's just it. That's the way I think. So the thing is that I know these two brothers, and let me tell you, they get along like you would not believe, and they would never let each other down. They'll always call each other, help each other, make sure that they know what they're getting themselves into. Everything for the family to succeed. Do I believe that the Antifola Basin is like not going to be producing, that it's just going to be sitting there and having nothing come out of it? Hell no. I believe that these guys have been around for 40 years. They know exactly what they're getting into. But I'm saying they, but I don't mean they. I mean Roger Don. That's what I mean. Okay? That's what I mean. The guy's a pioneer in lithium. They both are. There's just a lot of opportunities, I think, for this company. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot more videos, a lot more companies coming out. I got a ton more. The problem is that we're going to have to do a video on strategy. That's what we're going to have to do, because there's a lot of plays, and we're going to have to make sure that we have a well-diversified portfolio. But in order to make money, we need to make money in a very intelligent manner. So listen, I'm crazy bullish on Talon for nickel. I don't even know what to say. We've been waiting for this since 2020. But I need you guys to subscribe, all right? Subscribe to the channel. And I will continue doing what I'm supposed to be doing, is content creation. You guys can reach out to me, man. BTWN plays, so between, but take out the E's. Between plays, BTWN plays at gmail.com. Or you can get in touch with me. Like if you go to a Facebook group, you can just write me, messenger me. Go to Aiden Locke on Facebook and you could friend me there, the whole 9 yards. I'm here. I'm available. Come talk to me. This will always be free. This is for us, all right? Now, research, prepare, plan, execute. Stay strong. To the next video. I'm out. Hello to everyone out there. Just taking 2 seconds of your time and asking you to hit the subscribe and the like button. I'd like to also direct you to betweenplays.com, www.betweenplays.com, where we put up many different articles. We have 3 different writers at the moment, and we're trying to up the authors. And go to our Twitter account for like really quick information at BetweenPlays1, and we'll be able to get people to pre-market information and whatever comes along that is important to macroeconomics, microeconomics. As we say here, our motto: research, prepare, plan, execute. Always do your due diligence, and stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.